So we currently face a unique situation in the world where we have the COVID-19 pandemic, and this means that we're working in different ways. I myself, as the Director for Technology, Climate Change and Natural Resource Management, I'm unable to be physically in Addis Ababa, and I'm currently in Seychelles, in my home country, but working still on the projects to develop the goals that we have in mind to achieve a green recovery as part of the work of the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa. And one of the main projects that we have been developing is the Green Legacy project, which Ethiopia has launched and which we are supporting to improve livelihoods in communities and also prioritize nature-based solutions which really make a difference in people's lives and build resilience against climate change. The Green Legacy project is a unique project whereby the Ethiopian government has committed to plant billions of trees on an annual basis to improve the environmental outcomes and the human outcomes for their population. This is a critical part of building back better in this era where we are faced with COVID-19 and of ensuring that we are responding to climate change, but we are also providing economic benefits that are far-reaching. And we look forward to implementing this project in the coming months and supporting the Ethiopians' Green Legacy ambitions. And we hope that this will inspire other African countries to do the same with the opportunities that we have around the Great Green Wall, for example, in Western Africa, and around opportunities that link in regions in Africa and building on the opportunities to improve livelihoods through the African Continental Free Trade Area. One of our biggest challenges to fight COVID-19, but also climate change, is to find solutions that are rooted within communities and societies. And nature-based solutions offer us some of the best opportunities to do so. Nature-based solutions means recognizing the economic value that nature offers to a society and building opportunities for people to improve their lives by creating wealth through nature-based solutions, but also enhancing their environment. Where an environment is degraded, that environment can be rehabilitated, for example, through reforestation. And that reforestation improves the ability to preserve water resources and the use of those water resources, for example, in a wider provision of water as per the Sustainable Development Goals to ensure that populations have access to clean drinking water. In Seychelles, for example, the country where I'm currently based, we know that the ocean is one of the biggest resources that the country can rely on. But for us to absolutely make best use of the ocean, we also have to make sure that those resources are sustainably developed over the longer term. And Seychelles has pioneered certain nature-based solutions, such as a debt for nature swap in 2015, whereby a portion of Seychelles' vast marine territory, over 300,000 square kilometers, has been put under some form of protection. And in return, a part of Seychelles' debt has been reduced. And also payments that Seychelles was making towards its debt now go towards nature conservation. We have to ensure that Africa is able to respond to climate change immediately because of the impact that it's having on societies, on economies, and which is further increasing inequalities. The majority of people in Africa are unfortunately informally employed, and therefore nature-based solutions are a way to support people at their source and create multiplier effects for SMEs and to ensure that flows reach people who are the most marginalized in communities. In relation to the current situation of COVID-19, we are actively looking at opportunities to green our industries. A lot of the work that the UNECA is doing is ensuring that the opportunities that we are building for industrialization in Africa are contributing positively towards reducing the burden of climate change and ensuring that we are more climate resilient as a continent. That means looking at the most efficient means of energy production, And in Africa, we must recognize that first and foremost, this means connecting as many people as possible to electricity grids, recognizing that almost 600 million African citizens still do not have access to electricity. It also means ensuring that there is equitable access to water and sanitation. It means ensuring that there are resilient cities with transportation networks that can ensure that people can produce products that we need on the continent, and that we improve food security, that we have sustainable and resilient agriculture, where products can be easily transported from one country to the other, and that the minimum carbon footprint is established through those means of production. So by building on energy, we are linking with all of the other Sustainable Development Goals as a starting point. And work on SDG 7 is therefore the key to building back better and ensuring that there is a green recovery across Africa. Africa is responsible for less than 4% of global emissions, while representing 17% of the total world population. Ultimately, responding to climate change is about ensuring the viability of the futures of all of our countries. And this is the work that the UNECA is doing through its capacity building and support to various African countries to address the challenge of climate change in a meaningful manner.